Hey guys, so I know I just filmed a video today and it was a Ulta haul, but I wanted to show you guys kind of like my facial collection. I really got to thinking about it and I was like, wow, I have a lot of foundations and concealers and powders, and I just want to let you know of all the things I have and kind of give you guys like a little bit of a review and suggestions on things. Maybe if you have like a certain skin type and you want to find a good foundation for your skin type, then I thought I would show you guys that. So basically, for foundations, I guess I'll just kind of start out with like tinted moisturizers and stuff like that. I'm not going to show you guys like my moisturizers that I have. If you guys want to see like what I apply foundation with, let me know. And I'll kind of say that throughout this. Like the powders I use, like what I use to apply those. But basically right now, it just cut loose regarding weather. Like it's pouring basically, and it's about ready to storm, and it's pretty dark, and it's only like 6. So if you see me like every once in a while looking that way or this way, it's because I'm checking the weather, making sure I'm okay to film. And my powers are going to go out and I'm not going to be able to film this video. So I'm going to start with like tinted moisturizer type things. The first product I have is the Urban Decay Urban Defense Tinted Moisturizer. This is paraben free and it has an SPF of 20. This is in the color Bodyguard. Now I ordered this off Hotlook. I think it was around $6 to $12. I don't know exact price, but this is kind of like a thick sunscreeny not material, what am I talking about? Consistency. And by the way, it is so pouring down rain. I'm sorry. I keep looking like over there. It is like downpour. And it was downpouring earlier, but it just started raining again. But this is a really nice product. It comes with quite a bit. It's 1 US fluid ounce, and it comes with really nice packaging. I love the pump, so it's easy to kind of get the right amount that you want. And I like this. It's okay. So that is the first one I have. Then I have the Maybelline Pure Makeup in Natural Ivory. And this is actually a shine-free foundation, and this is basically 50% of water. So it has 50% water and then 50% of like pigmented and ingredients in here. And this is like one of my favorite foundations to wear during the summertime and also during the wintertime. It's more of like my wintertime color, but if I buff it in enough, it kind of blended in my skin. It just evens my skin tone. But this is a really nice foundation. It gives really sheer coverage, but it also has an SPF, I believe. Maybe not. It doesn't clog pores, and it says it's a flawless finish, but really, it's kind of like a sheer, watery consistency foundation. And I really like that, and it's super cheap. And then I have my Garnier Skin Renew Miracle Skin Perfector BB Cream, and this has an SPF of 15 with UVA and UVB sunscreen protection. And I have this in the color medium deep. I didn't think this was going to fit my skin tone. I got it in medium deep on accident. When I brought it home, if you buff it in enough, it actually fits my skin tone pretty darn well. And plus, when I have a tan, this is like my exact color. This is a really, really nice foundation, but it's really sheer, which obviously is good during the summertime. But it's kind of like that sunscreen feeling again, and a little bit thick for me. But I do like this, and for a BB cream, it's actually pretty good. Then another BB cream I have is my Maybelline Dream Fresh BB 8-in-1 Beauty Balm Skin Perfector, and I have this in the shade Light Medium Sheer Tint. This is actually a really nice product. It's really sheer, but it gives like such an even like look to your skin, and like it covers up a little bit actually, but it's a really sheer coverage and a really nice feeling on your skin. It's like a liquidy consistency like a foundation, but it's really nice, and I definitely suggest this. And that's like one of my favorite foundations. Then moving on to like liquid foundation, the first one I have is the Maybelline Dream Nude Air Foam Air Infused Foundation with a nude perfect finish. It has an SPF of 16 sunscreen, and I'm in the shade Creamy Natural. This is a mousse consistency foundation, which when I first bought this, I was like, I'm not going to like this. I'm going to think this is stupid. It's not going to look good. It's going to look uneven because it's just like a foamy consistency, but it actually works really well. What I do is I apply about like a half to a full pump of this on the back of my hand and kind of like push down the foam so it's not like overpowering, and then I apply like the liquid onto my face and then buff it in with a brush. And usually the brush I use would be this brush, and this is the Sony Kashuk Synthetic Buffing Brush, but if I don't use this, I'll use a sponge or my fingers. And this gives a really nice like flawless finish to my face. Not necessarily like super like full coverage, but it does give enough coverage. It's like raining sideways. Sorry. It's supposed to like storm really bad, so I'm like looking out for the weather. But yeah, so I really, really like this, and I like the noise that it makes when I shake it up. If that's weird. Next one I have is the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Liquid Makeup. This has an exclusive antioxidant blend. I'm in the shade Buff, and this has an SPF of 20. Now, this foundation isn't super full coverage as well. It's kind of like a more sheer medium coverage foundation. It's super dewy, so if you are the person to not like dewy like me, definitely apply like a matte powder over top, or a translucent powder, just kind of get rid of the shine. But it's actually really nice, and it blends really nicely, and it does give me an even enough coverage. Sorry, my mom's in the room right there doing stuff in the kitchen. But it's really nice, and I do like that a lot. That's actually one of my favorite drugstore foundations. Then I have two higher end foundations. I have the NARS Sheer Glow and the color DeVille. This is actually a pretty nice foundation. It's a medium tint, I would say, or not medium tint, a medium coverage foundation. It's really easy to blend, and I actually do not have a problem with the smell because I do not even, like, I don't even think this has a scent. But it gives me a really nice look to my skin, and this is like the perfect foundation for winter time, I think. The next one is like my full coverage foundation, which I'm actually wearing today, and it is the Makeup Forever Professional HD Foundation, and this is in the color number 117. This is like my favorite packaging of foundation. I feel like it looks so sleek, and it's so easy to like take the cap off and put it back on. Like, I love the sound. I don't know why I'm weird. But yeah, so I love the pump on this. It's really nice. I actually think you can buy separate pumps like this. But it's a really nice foundation, and it definitely gives me the coverage that I want. If you are looking for a full coverage foundation, I suggest this. Medium coverage, I suggest this, and medium to like, or if you want like a medium to full coverage foundation for drugstore, I suggest this, and light coverage, I suggest the BB cream. So yeah, and both of these say shake before use, so does this. This doesn't, but I would, and I just kind of leave these alone and just kind of use them out of the tube. Regarding like concealers, I guess I'll go on. Oh wait, I have a sample of the Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation. I love this. I'm not sure if I'm going to purchase the full size just because it is a little bit pricier. But maybe if I run out of this, which I'm very close to, maybe I'll purchase the Urban Decay one instead of repurchasing this. Even though I love this, I really want to try this out. So maybe I'll have an excuse and say I ran out of this and end up buying that. Regarding concealers, I have a few. One of my favorite concealers was the NYX HD Photogenic Concealer, just because it gives me enough coverage, and I really like it, and I love it for under eye circles and on top of blemishes. But I ran out of that, so I do not have that to show you guys. But I have two of the Sunny Kinder Jenna concealer palettes. This one I hit pan on, so I didn't think I could find it in stores, but I found it, so I bought it just in case they just released it again temporarily. But I love this palette. It comes with two concealer shades, and translucent powder for brightening your under eyes, and a neutralizer, which I think, I'm not really sure what the neutralizer is supposed to do. I don't know if it's like a color for like all skin tones or something like that, or something regarding that, but I mixed these two colors to get like my summertime shade, and I really, really like this. And then I just have the new one, which I like showing because it just looks so sleek and brand new and clean, whereas this one just looks dirty and gross. Then I have another creamy concealer, and this is the Benefit Erase Paste, and I have this in the number 2 in medium. And this is my favorite concealer ever for under eye circles. It works amazingly, and it gives like the perfect coverage for me, and it's a really nice consistency, and I do like this. If you do have really bad under eye circles, I definitely suggest checking this one out. If you want a brightening concealer, I suggest the Maybelline Dream Lumi Touch Highlighting Concealer. I have this in the shade Ivory, and this is a really nice highlighting concealer. It's not like too like sparkly, because I know some concealers where it says highlighting, it just adds sparkle and that's all the highlighting it gives. But it's such a nice highlighting concealer. Like, I really do like this. It gives enough coverage for my under eyes, and I do have like pretty bad under eye circles, but not like extreme, but bad enough. And this does give enough coverage for me. And then if you're looking for like an anti-dark circle roller that's tinted, I suggest the Garnier one. It's really nice. I've been using this for so long, and I absolutely love it. And I still haven't ran out. I think this is like $10, and I really do like this. And all of my concealers I'm in love with for some reason right now. Like, I love all my concealers. Like, I've been using, like, switching off them, like, for so long. Like, I don't know what my problem is. I'm, like, obsessed. Then for, like, powder, it's starting to rain harder. Sorry if I keep, like, annoying you guys with, like, looking at the window or talking about rain, but, like, seriously, I'm looking out for the weather because I hate, like, I love storms. Like, I love it when it storms. Like, I love it when, like, someone's like, oh my gosh, it's going to storm today. I'm like, yes. And I love it when it rains, but I hate it when it's severe weather. Like, I wish it wasn't severe, but it is. But I love this. This is my favorite translucent powder. It's the NYC Smooth Skin Loose Face Powder, and the color, obviously, translucent. And this is like a really nice, finely milled powder. I love using it with a big paddle brush like this. And this is like one of my favorites. It's the Eco Tools paddle brush. I love this. It works amazingly, especially if you don't want to apply like an overpowering amount of translucent powder. This is like really nice for kind of like spacing out and just patting it on. And this is such a soft brush. But I really do like this, and if you're looking for a good, cheap translucent powder, I do suggest this. I really don't think you should spend like $30 on any translucent powder because it's just a translucent powder. Like, I could get it for like coverage-wise if it's like you want like a powder foundation or something that's like a little bit more coverage for you. But I really don't get like why anyone would ever spend like $30 on a translucent powder. Like, I don't think it's worth it. Alright, so now powders. Let me move all my foundations away because they're just kind of in my way. Okay. So I think I already mentioned this, but I keep like my everyday facial powder products in this little container. But I do have some powders I would like to show you guys. So the first one I have is my Revlon Color Stay powder, and this is in the color Light. And this is like my wintertime shade. This is really nice for mattifying, and it doesn't really give much coverage, I would say. It's a little bit like white cast, but not like an overpowering amount. Like, it gives like the right amount of overcast. But I really, really do like this, and it's really cheap, and it's also color stay, so it's going to stay on your skin longer than like a regular powder. Then I have the Makeup Forever HD High Definition Translucent Powder, and this is like my favorite ever translucent powder, actually, if it's like higher end. But it's so finely milled that you need like the tiniest amount, and I really cannot like justify buying the full size of this because I've had this for so long. Not like so long, like since my birthday, but I've like not even made like the slightest little dent. Like, you can't even tell I've used this. Like, it's so amazing, and I really do like that. The next one I have, I actually bought today, and I'm actually already in love with it. I used it when I got home because my face was looking shiny, and this has been on me for like 3 hours and has not been shiny, and that is like a record for me. But this is the Rimmel Stay Matte Shine Control Pressed Powder, and I'm in the shade Sandstorm. And this is a really nice powder, especially if you have really bad oily skin or you have a problem with like shine and oil throughout the day with your powder. I do suggest this. The packaging, I think, makes it why it's so cheap, because literally like my lid will not stay on unless I'm like forcing it. But I love it, and it's like $5 or something. The next one I have is my Maybelline Dream Matte Powder, and this is in the shade Beige, and this is my favorite powder for mattifying. Well, now it's been this, but before it was this, I actually got suggested, or I was watching Ingrid or Miss Glamorosi's video, and she was talking about how amazing this is, so I went and bought it, and I really do like this. And if you have a problem with oil, again, you don't mind spending like cheap, I suggest those. I am in love with this. I definitely suggest this. It's worth the $32 or $30, whatever it is. It's the MAC MSF Natural, and I have this in the shade Medium Plus. This is my favorite powder ever. If I wear something like this on a day, or something like this, or like this, and I'm like, I just want a light foundation, but I do not want the least amount of coverage because maybe I'm breaking out that day, or maybe I just want to cover something up, or I want a little bit more coverage. This is like my go-to powder for that because it gives the amount of coverage that I want out of that, and it's amazing. Like, I just love it. So, ooh, I almost dropped it. I've already dropped this product. I've gone through 2 of these because I dropped my last one, and it broke, and then my sister dropped it again, and then it broke again. So I got this for my sister for my Christmas present from her because she dropped it and broke it and she felt bad. So Yeah, thanks, sissy. But I love, 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 love this. That is, I like can't even express to you like my love for this product. Like I will repurchase this for like my rest of my life. I'm not even kidding. Like I love it. So yeah, let me put this back, and then I'll show you guys my unused face products, because I do have a separate drawer for unused face products, because some things I just don't use anymore. So the first product I have is the Fit Me foundation. This is like my summertime shade, and it's becoming fall time. So I actually did use this during the summertime, but it's basically almost gone. It's in the shade 125 or nude beige, and this is like my exact summertime shade. It's obviously not right now because it's a little bit orange for me, but I have that. And then I have a tinted moisturizer by e.l.f., which I have never liked. Oh my word, it is raining like a mo. But I have actually never really liked because it's really sunscreeny. But it's the e.l.f. tinted moisturizer with SPF 20 with aloe, cucumber, and vitamins A, C, and E, and I got this in the color. Wow, that is small writing. Nude. Wait. Yeah, nude. And this is, I will show you guys like how thick this is. I don't know if you guys can even see that, but it's like so thick. Like a tinted moisturizer, I feel like I would like a tinted moisturizer that's like liquidy, like my Dream Fresh by Maybelline, which is like my favorite, but this is like super, super, super splotchy sometimes. But my sister actually got it, and I don't know if they changed the formula. My sister just got it, and it looks amazing on her, so I don't know what the problem is with mine. And then the last product I have to show you guys is this Healthy Skin Glow Shears by Neutrogena. It's the natural radiant look, fresh feel, oil-free foundation, and I have this in the shade Light with an SPF of 30. And this is a really nice sheer foundation. I actually bought this for a makeup artist event, a makeup artist. Ooh, wow, that was really loud. What do I even say? I don't even know. I'm confused right now. Like, I didn't go, okay, well, I did this girl's makeup for her wedding pictures for her husband's, present. So I put this on her, and it looks really good, but it does not look good on me. So basically, I bought it for that purpose, and it does not look good on me. So I probably should have just given it to her, but I don't think I was thinking at that moment, because that was like my first time doing someone else's makeup for like a big event, and I was just nervous, so I was just like not thinking. But her makeup ended up looking good, so it wasn't like I was not thinking. But now for like a products that I apply foundation with, and let me get them all out. Sorry if it's like an awkward view. Okay, sorry. So the first thing I've actually used for a while, but basically now I just use it for blending if there's any like spots on my face. And this is just a triangle cut sponge. I think everyone has used those at one point in their life to apply foundation, but I liked it at the time, and now I'm kind of into brushes now. For foundation, I have recently been using my Sinukacha synthetic buffing brush. I really do like this. It does apply pretty nicely, but recently today I bought the Real Techniques stippling brush, and this is basically a version of the buffing brush, but stippling in a little bit more dense and cut line. It's a really nice quality brush, and I actually took the foundation off my chin and reapplied it with this brush, and it applies really nicely, and I cannot wait to use it tomorrow morning. And then the last brush I've ever applied foundation with is the e.l.f. powder brush. I have been eyeing buffing brushes for like ever since I've started makeup, and everyone's like, that's the best way to apply foundation if you want to use brush. So I went out and bought this thinking this was like basically the same thing as a buffing brush, and it's really not. Like, it's not dense, like it's really dense, but like not dense enough. I don't even know if that even makes sense. But like, it does not work for me for applying foundation, but it works on other people, and recently I've been using it for like applying, like really applying powder on like my nose or like T-zone area. But yeah. For powder, basically the only brush I've ever used for powder is this EcoTools powder brush if I don't use like the little, let me show you, little pad that comes with powders. But yeah, so, whoopsies. But yeah, so that is like all the tools I use or have used. And yeah, that completes my liquid slash powder face product foundation face powder collection video, I guess. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed and didn't get too bored with the 20-minute video I just created, and I will see you guys in my next video probably tomorrow. Bye guys. That was weird. Bye guys. Oh.